Good day everyone, I am Roger E. Odron, a licensed professional teacher and director of the Office of Cultural Affairs at Liceo de Cagayan University in Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines. I am currently pursuing a Master of Arts in Education, majoring in Organization and Management at the same institution. It is a great honor to present the findings of my research entitled Students' Lifestyle, Personal Behavior, and Korean Pop Culture Influence at this esteemed international gathering. This study stems from growing interest shared by educators and cultural practitioners in understanding the increasing influence of the Korean wave or Hallyu on Filipino youth. Hallyu refers to the global spread of South Korean culture through various media, including Korean music, K-dramas, film, fashion, and cuisine, among others. In recent years, its widespread appeal has notably shaped the preferences, behaviors, and identities of young people around the world, including the Philippines. This research specifically examines how Hallyu influences the lifestyle and personal behavior of first-year students at Liceo de Cagayan University with the focus on food choices, fashion, leisure activities, social interaction, financial habits, and learning interests. In doing so, it provides valuable insights into media influence, cultural integration, and the evolving identity of today's youth. This study is grounded in three interconnected theories that explore how social and cultural exposure influence individual behavior, identity, and preferences. The Lifestyle Theory by Hendilang, Gottfredson, and Garufalo. The Super Peer Theory and Social Learning Theory by Albert Bandura. Together, these theories provide a strong foundation for analyzing the mechanisms through which Hallyu influences students' lifestyle and personal behavior. The conceptual framework of this study is illustrated in the schematic diagram outlining the relationship between the independent variables and dependent variable. This study is beneficial to the university administrators, teachers, parents, students, and future researchers. Further details on how each of these parties would benefit will be outlined later in the recommendations. This study was conducted at Liceo de Cagayan University across its three campuses: the main campus at Rodolfo Neri Pelaez Boulevard, Kauswagan, Cagayan de Oro City; Attorney Rodolfo Neri Pelaez Campus at P.N. Roa Street, Carmen, Cagayan de Oro City; and Paseo del Rio Campus, Rodelsa Circle, Macasandig, Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis Oriental, Philippines. This study utilized a predictive correlational research design to examine the influence of Hallyu on the lifestyle and behavior of 392 first-year college students at Liceo de Cagayan University. Participants were selected through proportionate stratified random sampling with the sample size computed using the Rausoft sample size calculator. Data were gathered via online survey administered through Google Forms. The instrument, validated by experts and a statistician, received approval from the University Research Ethics Board. A pilot test within 30 students confirmed the questionnaires' reliability and clarity. Internal consistency was ensured using Cronbach's alpha, with all constructs exceeding 0.70. To address the research problems, appropriate statistical tools were employed. For problems 1, 2, and 3, descriptive statistics were used, while for problem number 4, Pearson R correlation was used to examine the relationships between Hallyu influence and students' lifestyle and personal behavior. For problem 5, multiple linear regression identified which Hallyu components significantly predicted changes in students' lifestyle and behavior. And now for the matrix of our findings. For problem 1, the finding shows that students demonstrate varying level of integration of Korean culture in their lifestyle, with food choices being the most influenced, followed by fashion and leisure activities the least. The study's findings align with Kim and Park in 2023, who found that Korean pop culture significantly impacts young individuals' consumption patterns, with food being the most widely embraced aspect. Problem number 2 result states that while students show engagement with Korean culture, its impact on their lifestyle and personal behavior is limited, with the most influence seen in learning and skills, followed by social interactions and minimal effect on financial spending. This aligns with Choi and Lee in 2022, who argued that Hallyu serves as an interest-driven cultural influence rather than a transformative force. This study confirms that students' interactions with Hallyu remains moderate, with limited financial investment and sporadic participation in experiences. Problem number 3. The study reveals that Korean dramas have the most significant cultural impact on students, followed by Korean artists and K-pop music. While Hallyu is present in students' lives, its overall influence remains moderate, suggesting it shapes preferences without dominating daily routines. Problem number 4. This study confirms a significant relationship between Hallyu and students' cultural lifestyle and personal behaviors. For problem number 5, the findings of the study found that leisure and activities is the strongest predictor of Hallyu influence, with fashion and wardrobe, learning skills, and food choices also contributing positively. In contrast, financial spending negatively affects influence. These findings are consistent with the studies of Kim and Lee in 2021, So in 2019, and Jung in 2020, reinforcing that engagement with Korean media translates into tangible lifestyle adaptations. Therefore, the study concludes that Hallyu significantly shapes students' lifestyle, particularly in leisure and activities, fashion and wardrobe, and food choices, while its influence on personal behavior remains limited. This highlights that the cultural adaptation driven by Hallyu is largely external and lifestyle-oriented, contributing to the broader discourse on cultural globalization and the power of media in shaping youth behavior across borders. The study offers several recommendations to help educational stakeholders navigate the influence of Hallyu in meaningful and culturally responsible ways. For the university and educational institutions, integrating Hallyu-related content such as Korean language, culture, and media into academic programs or extracurriculars can foster cross-cultural understanding while still promoting pride in Filipino heritage. Administrators and policymakers are encouraged to create culturally balanced policies and initiate forums where students can critically engage with the effects of global trends like Hallyu, ensuring that appreciation does not lead to cultural disconnection. Teachers can make learning more relatable by including contemporary cultural references in their methods, while also guiding students to reflect critically on the media they consume and its impact on their values. For parents, being more aware of their children's cultural interests can help them guide informed decisions, especially in managing finances, media habits, and academic priorities. Students are encouraged to see Hallyu as a form of cultural exchange, not full assimilation. Engaging with both Korean and Filipino cultural practices can help them develop a more grounded and balanced cultural identity. Lastly, for future researchers, this study recommends a broader scope, looking into long-term impacts, using qualitative insights, and comparing cross-cultural responses to deepen our understanding of how global culture shapes youth behavior. By implementing these recommendations, educational institutions can navigate the cultural dynamics of Hallyu, offering students global culture exposure while preserving their national identity. Reflecting on the impact and outcomes of the study, this research has influenced both the cultural programming and educational strategies at Liceo de Cagayan University. In lifestyle and behavior alignment, the research reveals how students blend Korean pop culture with their Filipino traditions, focusing on surface-level changes and preferences rather than deep shifts in core values. Curriculum development. The study provides relevant data for enhancing and adapting the curriculum by integrating decisions and global media influences into various subjects. Educators can make learning more engaging and reflective of students' interests. Promotion and strengthening of cultural appreciation. The findings highlights the need for initiatives that balance the appreciation of global cultures with the focus on Filipino heritage, particularly local and indigenous cultures. This balance helps safeguard cultural authenticity while fostering global awareness among students. Integration of local and global cultures. This research underscores how Korean influences coexist with Filipino and Mindanaoan traditions, demonstrating the dynamic and harmonious integration of local and global cultures. The research clearly informs cultural programming strategies and lays the groundwork for further discussions and policies related to cultural education. There is potential to build upon these findings by formalizing these ideas into policies or developing specific programs to enhance cultural integration at the institutional level. Ultimately, this study has been both a scholarly exploration and a personal journey. It allowed me to step into multiple roles, not only as a researcher, but also as a mentor, cultural advocate, and educational leader. I offer this work as more than a contribution to the academic literature. It is a testament to the power of scholarship as a bridge between cultures, fostering understanding, dialogue, and meaningful exchange. To the STEAM panel, thank you so much for your time, insights, and dedication to research that not only informs but also transforms. Thank you so much. Kamhamsamnida. Daghang salamat and mabuhay.